大家好，欢迎来到早安中文。I'm Summer, and here's the good news. We have a series of videos to Chinese learners introducing Pinyin, aka the Chinese sound system, aka if you want to speak Chinese, you can't do without it. So today we have Pinyin 101, an introduction to Pinyin to help you know what it is, why it is so important to learn, and what it consists of. Here we go. What is Pinyin? Let's start by looking at an example. Here we have two characters. 你好, meaning hello. If this is the first time you've come across this phrase without pinyin, just by their strokes or how they're written, you have no clue of its sound or of its pronunciation. Unlike English, Spanish, or most other phonogram languages, Chinese is not spelled as it sounds. Phonetic and writing system or pinyin and character are separate. So now we add pinyin, 你好. With the help of it, we find a way of pronouncing it properly. Pinyin is the most widely used system of writing Mandarin Chinese that uses the Latin alphabet. It's not originally invented for foreign learners of Chinese, but for Chinese people ever since 1950s to help people pronounce in a united way. Nowadays, the standardization of Pinyin also makes it much easier for Chinese learners around the world to learn Mandarin Chinese. Besides, as a sound representation system, in recent years, Pinyin has gained its popularity as an input method for typing Chinese characters on digital devices. So, knowing the Pinyin of Chinese words will certainly help you connect more Chinese speakers in the virtual world. Now, let's crack the code. What does Pinyin consist of? Here, take a closer look at the Pinyin for 你好. N, H are from the same group. They're called initials, the equivalent of consonants in English. There are 21 of them, plus the special initials Y and W. One thing to note is that initials are optional. You won't find initials in some words. For example, R, meaning the number 2, or an adjective meaning hungry. Behind initials are the finals, or another way, vowels. There are 6 simple finals and 30 compound finals. For example, 你 here, 一 is a simple final. 好 ao is a compound final, making up 2 or more letters. We'll be covering these initials and finals in our other lessons of this series. The last component of a word written in Pinyin is the tone. There are 4 basic tones in Chinese, respectively called the first tone, the second tone, the third tone, and the fourth tone. Or, according to the sound of it, they are also called the high-level tone, the rising tone, the falling rising tone, and the falling tone. Apart from the 4 tones, there's another tone, which is short and light, without a tone mark, known as the neutral tone. We'll get to it in our other lessons about tones. The tone can be confusing to beginners, but it's crucial to learn as the tones make difference in meaning. For example, the sound m, a, ma. The initial is m, the final is a. Both are easy to pronounce. M, a, ma. With the first tone, ma, it means mom. The second tone, ma, the fibrous crops. Ma, a kind of animal, horse. Ma, a verb, to scold. There's no logic in their connection or meaning. You have to remember each in context. So, these are the 3 parts for Pinyin: the initial, the final, and the tone. When using Pinyin, there are 2 more notes you might want to write down on your notebook. First is the alphabet Chinese Pinyin uses. It's not so different from the one used in English, except for the letter V is replaced by a simple final U, a letter U with 2 dots above it. So naturally, when English speakers first learn Pinyin, they will use their old way to pronounce it. In some cases, that'll work, but in many other cases, that will lead to confusion and misunderstanding because some letters are pronounced differently. For instance, 妈 meaning your mom. When saying the pinyin, you pronounce ma. That's correct. Or 猫 the cat. The initial is m. The final is a compound vowel ao. Mao, mao. You can also get it right easily. But this word, 喝, a verb meaning to drink, its pinyin is written he. But if you say he, nobody understands. It should be he. Another case would be 早餐. Be careful. We don't say 早can. We say 吃熬早吃安餐早餐. Okay, another tricky thing is the tone sending, a rule of the changing tone. When two third tone characters are read in sequence, the first syllable turns into the second tone. The first example you'll see is very likely to be this one, 你好. When said separately, they are 你好. But when read together, it's 你好. The reason behind it is simple. Try saying 你好. Doesn't sound very friendly. It's almost impossible to say it in a sentence. However, even if the tone changes, the tone mark remains the third one. More example, 可以 口语. Alright, so in this video, we've gone through the most basic you need to know when start learning Pinyin and speaking Chinese. Hopefully by now you have a basic understanding of it and make sure you look out for it when learning a new Chinese word. That's all for today. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more useful lessons. Keep updated with our new series. See you next time. 再见